Are you a sad little sad guy? Well, the dishes we're about to make should help with that, at least a little bit maybe. I asked you guys what dishes make you the happiest, and today let's try some of them to remind ourselves that life can be beautiful. Let's start with this person's suggestion, the most basic carbonara. Look, I know making an Italian dish such as this one is stepping into dangerous territory. So just to be clear, for all the Italians, this is the one and only way to make carbonara. My method is the best one, and anyone doing anything even slightly different than me is wrong. Traditionally, carbonara is made with guanciale, the cheek of the pig, but I couldn't find it for the life of me, so here we have pancetta. While this pancetta cooking is making this whole place smell like cooked pancetta, I will grate a bunch of pecorino romano.
You suck at this, Kevin. The world is burning. You don't even have a six-pack.
Now I gotta crack some eggs and some egg yolks, and these are gonna be mixed in with the cheese till this smooth paste is formed. Next, we're gonna add a whole bunch of cream, just a lot of cream. Nah, I'm joking. I know you were about to comment something, Giovanni, okay? It's a joke. I'm not a fan of gatekeeping food, but I do agree that carbonara needs to be creamless. Anyways, our cooked pasta goes in, followed by our creamless goo, some precious pasta water. Now I just toss and shake it around. Try not to overcook it like I did, but the mere sight of that thick sauce already makes me happy. I want to finish it with some black pepper, and let's dig in. Being mindful and intentional in the way that I'm eating allows me to connect to myself better, whatever that means. Honestly, I can't quite describe it. It's a form of therapy for me, which actually ties in perfectly with today's sponsor, BetterHelp. I know, what a segue, right? For the past month, I've personally been dealing with feelings of burnout and anxiety, which is why I've taken this small 1-month break. And for me, therapy has been an essential tool to help me cope with these feelings and eventually come back. Because I know you guys miss me making some food from your country in a slightly wrong way. I think everyone should go to therapy, because whether you're dealing with intense feelings that interfere with your daily life, or whether you're just a human doing human things, life is pretty difficult, and we need a way to just take care of ourselves. Unfortunately, a lot of the times therapy is expensive, and it can take a long time until you find the right person. But BetterHelp helps with all of that. BetterHelp is a platform that makes therapy more affordable and more accessible, because finding the right therapist can be really hard and challenging, especially if you're limited to the options in your area. BetterHelp makes finding a therapist very easy because it's online, it's remote, and by just filling out a few questions, they can help you find a therapist in just a few days. Plus, if you don't really fit with your therapist, you can easily switch to a new one at no additional cost. It's very easy to sign up and get matched with your therapist. Just use the link in my description or go to betterhelp.com/KWOOWK. That's my channel name, to get 10% off of your first month of BetterHelp. Again, that's betterhelp.com/KWOOWK. Thank you so much, BetterHelp, for supporting the channel. Okay, our next happy dish comes from Chef Andy, who said bun cha. Now, I've never heard of this before, but I decided to give it a go because Chef Andy knows what he's talking about. Apparently, bun cha comes from Vietnam, and by looking at it, I can totally understand why this would make someone happy. The central and most important thing here is the pork. And we got 2 types of pork, some deliciously fatty pork belly, and also some ground pork. Both of these are gonna benefit from a marinade, which has a bunch of delicious things that make it salty, sweet, sour, umami. Now let's make some meatballs out of this meat by shaping it into balls. Now we gotta let this marinate, ideally overnight, but you know, it's 2023, time is relative, so I only gave it a couple of hours, because I was really excited to fry this meat. And looking at this, you can almost let go of all the bad things in your life for a moment. Just smell the fragrant, sweet, garlicky aroma of the marinade cooking. Lose yourself in it. Also, try not to trigger the fire alarm. Now, to counter these rich flavors, we need a light carb addition of vermicelli noodles, as well as some fresh herbs and vegetables. This is a dish that everyone would assemble as they see fit, which to me is a really enjoyable way to eat with your friends or by yourself, who needs friends anyways? I've never felt this combination of tastes in my mouth before, and the decision to try this one was one of the best decisions I've made recently. I give this 8 happinesses out of 10. Now, kind of staying in the same area of the world, but with a completely different dish. This person said mango sticky rice, which is very popular in Thailand. We start with glutinous rice. This rice is supposed to be sticky, which is pretty useful given that we're making sticky rice. We're gonna wash the heck out of this rice. We need to wash this rice until someone will look at this rice and think, now that rice is washed. Now put this uncooked washed sticky rice into a rice cooker to cook it. And in the meantime, we gotta make a sauce. Coconut milk, sugar, salt. That's it. Now look at this fluffy, sticky, cooked rice. Now we gotta put the cooked rice in this sauce and of course sample a little bit of it. Now that's some sticky rice. Eventually the warm rice will soak up this coconut sauce and thicken up and form a beautiful thing. Whatever you call the texture of this is my favorite texture of food of all time. All that is left to do is the mango part. Now I had the very bad idea of forming this dish into a smiley face for a silly little thumbnail, but turns out I created something straight out of a horror movie. And I don't know if that makes me very happy. The worst part is that I had to add this coconut sauce on top of everything. So sorry everyone. Okay, but honestly, as a dish, this was my favorite one so far. It's mild, sweet, and creamy, and sticky, and ricey, and all of those things make me happy. Horesh game will make you the happiest. And I'm sure I pronounced that perfectly. Now I decided to blindly trust this person and try this dish for the first time in my life. Apparently it comes from Iran, and by the looks of it, it's some sort of stew topped with French fries? The base of this stew was this, chana dal, or split chickpeas. And using them already makes me feel hopeful because I'm a total legume gal. If a dish has legumes, it has my respect. To start the stew, we cook these onions. And if you're not happy for anything else, at least you can be happy for like the existence of onions. We can all agree that onions are pretty high up as far as things in the world go. Next, I'm adding in some beef, as well as some spices and flavor enhancers. And the most unique of them all is this one, cured and dried lime. And look at this thing. If I cut into it, it kind of reminds me of black garlic and also a little bit of the infinite darkness of a cold universe. However, it smells fragrant and apparently it gives this dish a very funky taste. Now that smells fragrant. And finally, we top everything with some water, scraping the bottom of the pan where all the good, tasty stuff lives. While this is cooking, I had to take care of the fried potato part of this dish. An easiest way to make some fried potato is to take some potato and fry it. What am I even saying? Yes, I did use bagged frozen fries, and I don't want to hear it because these frozen fries, in my opinion, have a much better texture than your gourmet homemade fresh fries. And after depositing our stew into a bowl, we finish it with the potatoes, which feels kinda wrong, I'm not gonna lie. But let's give it a shot. The stew makes me feel warm and the potatoes make it fun. I didn't get this combo initially, but now I kind of connect with it. So thank you, Iran. You made me very happy with this one. Okay, lastly, I want to show you my personal happy dish. This is the Kevin happy dish, and I doubt you've seen anything like this unless you're from Eastern Europe like me. It's nothing fancy. In my family, we used to just mix equal parts white sugar and ground walnut and sort of sprinkle that on top of pasta. However, I decided to apply the same principle but enhance it a little bit. This dish used to make me very happy as a kid, and I guess those nostalgic feelings now translate into a feeling that feels like happiness, but also like a return to a time where life felt simpler. I wonder if it actually was. To a large degree, I was oblivious to negativity because I was just a dumb kid. And honestly, I don't think I would like to be oblivious now. I like the ability to overthink shit, even if it leads to me destroying myself. But maybe there's a nice middle ground between these two states. Maybe I should just let go of control and just be. me eating this right now is me just being. Thank you so much to all my members. If you like my videos, the best way to support me right now is to join this channel as a member. Just hit the link in my description or click the join button if you see it. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.